roll high, big whips, big joints, big blunts, it's the Buckeye way. We rolling nothing but that loud Buckeye loud pack. Let's roll up Ohio. Heavy bass hits, horns rise, mastermind cannabis, Ohio Cannabis Live. We here to unite. Let's light it up. Ohio where we roll high, big whips, big vibes, big joints, big blunts, Buckeye loud for life. From 216 to 614, we keep it lit. 330 and 740, we the ultimate. Nothing but that loud pack, the pride of the state. Roll it up, light it up, let's elevate. From Akron to Canton, Columbus to Dayton, Buckeye buzz so strong, there's no debating. You can see the smoke rise, we shining bright. Ohio loud got us glowing in the satellite light. Ohio Cannabis Live, yeah, we here to stay. Uniting 88 counties in a major way. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. We on a whole new level, Ohio's the vibe. Big clouds in the sky, Buckeyes ride or die. From 419 to 513, we keep it tight. 937 and 440, we ignite. Big joints in Columbus, big blunts in the south. From Toledo to Cleveland, we lighten the loud. Ohio's united, this our time to shine. 88 counties reppin', all on the grind. Put it in a joint, light it and smoke it, Buckeye pride strong. Ohio's the focus, from I-70 to 71 we ride. Ohio Cannabis Live, keeping us unified. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. Ohio, Ohio, let's rise together. Buckeye pride, yeah, it's now or never. Big clouds, big vibes, we set the tone. Ohio's
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live. Welcome back to another live stream every Friday at 4:20. We do this every Friday at 4:20 p.m. on the dot. Don't call my phone right now. I'm not going to answer. You know who I'm talking to. You called me last week or the week before that. I got the ringer turned off now, so I know you ain't going to call interrupt me. Thank you to everybody who's been here before. If you're new to my content, this first time watching this, you found out about me through a sticker or something like that, hit that subscribe button, share the video with a friend, help us out. Be sure to visit my website, www.ohiocannabislive.com, if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get some more Instagram followers. And make sure you give us a 5-star rating on Facebook, because our ratings are terrible. Give us some more ratings. They're not terrible. I'm just joking. But we need more 5-star ratings from you. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you follow us on X. Make sure you follow us on Threads. Follow us on Blue Sky. We on Blue Sky too. Yeah. What you medicating on? Put it down in the comments. I'll check the comments here in just a moment. Today's show, we're going to be talking about a couple different things, but Ohio Cannabis Consumers, you're facing a new threat. I talked about this before. I'm talking about it again. I'm not going to let y'all forget. Ohio House Bill 160 has not gone anywhere. And now we've also got Senate Bill 86, another one of those hemp killer bills. So at the end of the day, what you need to know, for those who are going to watch the stream for 5 minutes and stop watching it, yeah, I can see that. The issue remains the same. The session for legislation ends in June, And our goal here is to educate you and get you up to speed on how you can help stop House Bill 160 and stop Senate Bill 86 from ever happening and becoming law. The way we do that is we make enough noise, we make enough commotion, and send in enough calls, enough emails, enough complaints, and enough testimonies. They realize this looks bad for midterms. Once they realize that, then they're going to slow it down because they don't want to lose in midterms. And midterms are coming. At the end of the day, what you need to know is that House Bill 160 is a direct threat to issue 2, which is what legalized cannabis in Ohio. For those who are not aware or who are watching from another place besides Ohio, Ohio legalized cannabis for adults over 21, and over 57% of the voters voted for legal cannabis for adults over 21. Since that time, which was in 2022, we've seen several legislations in an effort to uh, reverse some parts of the law, take the money away from social equity, take the money away from the community, or in this case, add jail time, add penalties and fines, suspend your license. If they were to pass House Bill 160, let me paint the picture for you. Sharing over, parties restricted. That ain't enough? What if I told you that if you're caught smoking weed in your car, that could be 3 days in jail and $1,000 fine? Not to mention your license being suspended. Employment problems. What if I told you if your employer found out they can now fire you for using cannabis, and that when you get fired for using cannabis, you become ineligible for unemployment? What if I told you that if House Bill 160 passed, you will only be allowed to smoke weed at your house and on your porch and nowhere else? So all that smoking at the bar in the back patio and smoking at your friend's house and in front of his house and his car and wherever else you've been smoking weed at, imagine that being illegal. Imagine cops pulling up to your house and say, hey, you're not on your front porch smoking that joint, man. You're in violation. We're going to take you downtown. Imagine a world where you can grow 12 right now per household, but they want to make it 6 or less. They want to make it even less because they think joints grow on trees. So, people keep saying, why masterminds here? I'm the information guy. I'm the weed guy. I'm that guy. I use a lot of cannabis for my pain. A lot. Okay? And there are a lot of other people who are in pain just like me, and they need access to their cannabis. So instead of these laws that will take away social equity, take away the community fund, restrict where you can use the product at, and also make it more expensive because they say, oh, we're not going to raise taxes. The governor plans on raising the taxes from 10% for recreational to 20%. They're again making everybody say, you know what? I'm done with these folks in Ohio. I'm going to Michigan. Pretty soon it'll be time for us to, if they don't stop playing, go blue. So Ohio needs to stand up. All of the people who care about rebuilding our communities, rebuilding our roads, and fixing up our communities, we're fighting for this community fund. We're fighting for social equity. What does that social equity thing encompass? Well, we're talking about expungements for cannabis crimes. We're talking about the alleged 3B license. It's not called that, by the way. People keep saying, I'm going to get the 3B license. No, you're not. You can't. There is no process available for you to get a license. If you think you can open a dispensary in Ohio right now today and you ain't already got a license, you're in a fantasy right now. They have not opened up any doors for anybody other than somebody who already has a license to be able to get a license. And I just want to give you a heads up. Most of the dispensaries, if not all of the dispensaries who already operate, got an extra free license. So take every dispensary in Ohio who's licensed, that's 145 plus, and then times that times 2. Then they said they want to cap how many dispensaries we can have at the number we already got right now, which is about 350 total when it's all said and done, maybe. So that means no one. It doesn't matter whether there's an equity program or not. If you let House Bill 160 pass, if you're listening to this and you sitting back at home, your family planning to open a dispensary, you try to open one of dispensaries that's really a headshot right now, and you want to convert over to a dispensary, you can forget all of that if you let House Bill 160 pass. Those of you who are selling THCA and Delta 8 products and drinks and whatnot in your dispensary, I mean in your shop, in your bar, your head shop, you can forget all that if Senate Bill 86 passed. Because they will require only dispensaries to be able to sell intoxicating cannabinoids. So all the stuff you're getting at the corner store, the head shop, that's cut over if these legislations pass. So whatever area you come from, where you're making money outside of the main cannabis bubble, and you know who I'm talking to, just know that they're planning to restrict you, stop you from what you're doing now. They pretty much want to eliminate the hemp business altogether. Crush the hemp. That's why I brought the hemp guys on last week, for you to see, for you to hear from them the situation from the hemp perspective. Because I think a lot of times people just hide up under the hemp banner. I'm a hemp for them. But are you really hemp? These guys are putting a lot of money into this stuff. And they're losing a lot. And it ain't just them. It's a bunch of people who have put millions of dollars into hemp. And all these things, CBD, CBN, CBG, TCV, THCA, all of that. Under the 2018 Farm Bill everybody brags about. They want to change all that. So if you're listening to my voice right now, it's time for us to come together. And I told you that I wanted to have town halls. So I'm going to announce to you right now, the first town hall. Cincinnati, Ohio, heads up. If you live in Cincinnati, the first town hall we're having is 412. I told y'all we was going to do this. I meant it. There was never no joking in me. I'm about to show you the flyer here in just a moment. I mean, matter of fact, you can go to my website, OhioCannabisLive.com, and if you live in the Cincinnati area, you can RSVP. And if it doesn't matter, you don't have to live in the Cincinnati area. But if you would like, this is weird. If you would like to come to this town hall, you'll be able to. It's free. And I'm going to show you the flyer right now with the information of where it is. So screenshot it, do whatever you need to do. But the Cannabis Town Hall is Saturday, April 12th at the Black Coffee at 824 Elm Street, Cincinnati, Ohio. Mastermind will be there, all provided that I'm not in the hospital. I will be there. And even if I'm not there, you still show up anyway. Because this ain't about me. This is about everybody getting the information. Okay? This is what I was trying to tell you. Now, I just want to let you know, I don't have a flyer yet, but I also have reserved the library here in Columbus on May the 7th for the Columbus Town Hall at the main library auditorium. May the 7th from 4:30 to 8. No, from 4:30 to 8:30. It's done. I told you I was going to do this. I certainly meant it. Y'all should know me by now. When I say I'm going to do something, I really do mean that. So, 2 town halls on the books right now, tentatively, in case something happens. But they're out there. May 7th, here in Columbus, Ohio, and then April 12th in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's time for people to get this information. And I do believe, looks like we got this. I think we have registration. You can RSVP on my website, and then we will have it where you can RSVP to the town halls on Eventbrite as well. But the RSVP for the Cincinnati Town Hall is available on my website, and the Columbus one will be following probably on Monday. So we're trying to make this push to make sure people understand what they're trying to do with the laws, how they're trying to change it, and what they're heading to making people want to do is go blue. And we should be going bucks. But they're not helping us do that by keeping the prices high and selling old product that is old as hell. It's just not working the way it should be. Uh, this is funny, man. I'm just looking at this picture. Look at Miracle there. Look at she was on the stream right there, man. That was too funny, man. That's a heck of a shot right there, Miracle. So yeah, so if you're new to my content, you're just turning into this, I might just shared it to you. Smash that like, subscribe button right now. If you have questions, you want to collaborate, here's the contact information. Hit me up at info@ohiocannabislive.com. Now, something else that we're getting ready to launch, and I thought there it is our sponsorship program. So you can become a sponsor of Ohio Cannabis Live and send us an email at info@ohiocannabislive.com/sponsor. And we will go over our sponsorship packages with you. They are now currently available. And you can become a sponsor today. You can become a member. If you can't become a sponsor, become a member. It's only $1.99 a month. That helps the channel keep going. I don't get anything from YouTube unless I reach $100. Right now I'm at $60 and I'm stuck there. And we're trying to get to 800,000 views. We are at 780,000 views. So we're on our way. I am now going to go ahead and start looking at y'all's comments. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Captain Green Toker. I wish I could forget it was Friday. On the way to the dispensaries to get some lusters. All right, all right. Hey, Newt Niece. Nice to see you here. Glad you made it, Bobby K. Hit that like. That's right, Jimmy. Thank you, Starship, for sharing on your Facebook page, Greenbud. Appreciate you. Hey, Red Don't might not be a bad idea to start proposing changes in more local level, like city ordinances, to allow smoking anywhere. I think that's a great thought. I like that. That's something to talk about at the town hall as well. Grow licenses are even harder to get. You can't get it. You can't get one right now. You can't. Not that I know about. We still only have 37 licensed growers in the entire state. I know. Sad, isn't it? Smoke weed every day. That's right, Captain Green Toker. What politicians are attending? Yeah, we'll be lucky if we get one. We're trying to get the politicians to attend, but they're being told don't go to town halls because everybody's going to yell at them. So the main thing that we want to do is propose solutions. We just don't want to have town halls where people just sit there and complain. We want to start coming up with ways to make things better that make sense. So no, I'm not having a town complaint hall. This is a town hall to help people know what's going on and help try to work on reasonable solutions that we can work on. We got to start somewhere. And I mean, working with local leaders, mayors, and the mayors association, believe it or not, they have some interest in what's going on, because if they take away the community fund, that takes away money from local mayors budgets, plans they had made that they were going to use this recreational money to do things in their area, and now they can't. Yeah, traditionally, that's how it would be, but trying to get legislators to come speak about cannabis is not something that is easy to do, Captain Green Toker. You're more than welcome to try to help me out with it. But again, a lot of these people, they will not respond. They will say they can't come. They will say they're busy that day. We've heard every excuse under the sun. But we still invite these folks to these events, hoping that they will come. But at the end of the day, we still have to have people come there to be able to give people the information they need uh, about these town halls. Are you getting in the stream again today? You're on here today too? You starting? You want to be? You have something to say? You gonna tell them? Tell them you coming back up here. You coming on live? Come on, come here, come up here. See, she's not like a little puppy anymore. She's a kid now. She just wanted to make an appearance for y'all, and you heard what that means. You gotta go out. You gotta go out. You're not going out? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sound good, man. It sound good. Sounds like I'm in trouble. Am I in trouble? I'm in trouble. I gotta go now. Wait, I'm working. Oh, come on, man. You'll be all right. You'll be all right for a couple more minutes, right? Hey, y'all don't know I'm getting clawed right now. Hey, I'm getting clawed. So let's go. Come on. See what happens when you have a husky. She doesn't care if you're on your live stream or not. It'll make you take her outside anyway. Did anybody get rained on? You know, we've had a little bit of rain here in Columbus, but it's pretty much over now. So pretty much no more rain. You guys like my new chair? I had to upgrade. I do a little 360. Yeah, I had to upgrade the chair. So yes. So again, the whole idea is to get the discussion going, to get people out, get people talking about these things, because at the end of the day, they're not talking about them in the right forum. I mean, we could talk about it on Facebook, we could talk about it on Reddit or wherever, but that doesn't usually transition to actions unless we show up at the state house, unless people start testifying. And this is something else we're going to do at the town hall is try to educate people on exactly how to testify, how to make it effective, and how to make it to where it will be accepted and added to the record. Because the more testimonies they receive against House Bill 160 and Senate Bill 86 and whatever else they're working on, the more likely it is that they're going to think twice about pushing it through. um, Last year, when they tried this, there was a lot of efforts put in to stop this, and it's the same thing. We're just going to keep doing this until we stop them from doing this. And again, we need to propose reasonable changes that will make sense. It will strengthen things, not hurt it. So, I mean, who wants to go back to jail time? Who wants to go back to losing your job because you use cannabis? I mean, that's just crazy talk. You back, Jimmy? Okay, you what you end up getting? Don't tell me. They'll flag the whole video next thing you know. So no, but it's one of them times where we have people who are buying now recreational, and we have people who are buying now who are still medical. Hey, Jimmy just gave out 5 memberships. You better jump on them right now. 5 memberships. The first month free on Jimmy. Good looking out, Jimmy. Y'all better jump on it. Hey, Brandon got a membership. DM got a membership. Who else there? Melodic Conflict. You got a membership. Boda in Wonderland. Hey. And that Jeep guy got a membership. Now you are now part of the membership family. And what does this allow you to do? To get access to me and other exclusive content that others are not don't have to access to. This might be videos that I don't share publicly. This may be conversations I'm having that you don't know unless you're one of the members. Pictures, other things behind the scene, access to events for free. Jimmy can tell you more about it because Jimmy's a VIP member. And shout out to my moderators, Jimmy and Lynette, who have been on here from the very beginning, who've been helping us out a lot, helping us keep things going. Mama Mastermind is in the stream now as well. Everybody give a shout out to Mama Mastermind. My mom's in here. So yeah, we gonna have a super turnout at these town halls. And so I'll just recap this for you. So the town hall in Cincinnati is April 12th, and then the town hall in Columbus, and I got the wrong screen up here. It didn't actually give me the right graphic. Let me see if I can fix that in real time. Is May the 7th. So, um, we've got some things in the works here. Um, which one is this? Yeah, I just downloaded the same thing twice. Don't you hate when that happens? Technology does not always want to work the way you want it to work. There it is. All right, so I'll put that up on the screen so y'all can write that down in your notes. So, like I said, Town Hall in Columbus is on May the 7th, 2025. It's going to be at the Columbus Metropolitan Library in the auditorium. And we can get about 190 people in there, so space will be limited. RSVP will be set up on the site. So, we're starting somewhere. We're doing what we can to get this conversation going offline and into real table conversations. And we're trying to reach people any way we can at this point to make sure that they understand this is an important issue and this is a statewide issue. This isn't just a Columbus issue. This isn't just a Cincinnati issue. This is an Ohio issue that we need to make sure that House Bill 160 does not pass. So I think that's the most important message I'm gonna be trying to give y'all. In other news, I want to talk about some other things I'm hearing out here on the interwebs and let y'all know. So one thing I know for sure is that there's a lot of rebranding going on. So you're gonna start seeing a bunch of new names and new like images on the internet. These are the same companies. They're just changing their names now because they didn't really feel like those names were working out. So you're going to see a lot of name changes. It's still the same 37 cultivators as our colleague here alluded to in the stream. So you're going to see a lot of name changes. These are rebrands. These are the same companies. You're also going to see some rule changes happen that will affect the type of potency available to consumers. You're going to see where they're going to slim everything down for edibles to 110 milligram packages. Right now, you can get things that are 400 or 500 milligrams, and they're in our day system. The day system, I do believe, will eventually go away. For those who are thinking about getting eighths instead of 2.8s, I do believe that is coming. Those will be some recreational changes. Pre rolls, I got a new rumor today that I didn't know about, and this is still a rumor. I'm hearing that they're practicing making pre rolls now. So they got permission to practice making pre rolls, but not to actually sell them. How? Okay. And so they have to make the pre rolls and then destroy them. What's the fun in that? So I am hearing that the pre-roll thing could get closer. We're getting closer to that. Just understand that when we get to pre-rolls, we're going to take another hit on products that are available because they're going to make everything 1 gram. This isn't part of the legislation deal. This is something in what they call JCAR. These are rules that are being made within the Division of Cannabis Control. And so, again, just be mindful that the Division of Cannabis Control can make rules that are connected to the laws that we voted for in issue 2. If they change things with House Bill 160, this impacts the Division of Cannabis Control because then they have to retool the laws they create, the rules they created to fall in line with any new changes that are being enacted by House Bill 160 or Senate Bill 86. So this is another reason why we're having this slow rollout of certain things within our program is because the Division of Cannabis Control obviously doesn't want to roll something out and then have to roll it back. So, I mean, to me, with the introduction of pre-rolls, I would expect the conversation around public consumption to grow. You weigh in the comments how you feel about public consumption. Where exactly do you think public consumption should happen? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. For me personally, I think that open air spaces that are secluded, like parks, for example, great place to be able to consume. I think there should be designated areas all over the state that are just designated as cannabis consumption areas. In this particular area, cannabis consumption is authorized. And I think that should be something. Maybe we have parks that are just for cannabis consumers. Can you imagine having a cannabis consumer park or just a big park people can just consume outside? Well, you know what's going to happen there. The neighborhoods are going to complain. Man, I smell all that weed they're smoking at the park around the corner over there at the weed park. So this is where we go back to having indoor cannabis consumption lounges or places. And these places have to have special HVAC, which can eliminate the odor as it goes out into the air, as it's exhausted out of the building. This technology does exist, and I think we should embrace it. I think this is something that should happen. But if we don't speak up, we're facing a new threat. And I told y'all that at the beginning of the stream. And I'll rewind this for you if you just tapped in late. We're talking about Ohio HB160 and how this would change the law we voted issue 2, how this would create new penalties, jail time, fines, license suspension, termination of employment, not being able to get unemployment benefits. These are really important things. Not to mention, I even got to the housing part because landlords can evict you and you could have a hard time finding a place to live if you're a cannabis consumer. These laws that they're going to put in are restricting cannabis and making cannabis illegal again. They're not helping us. And so, in order for us to make progress, this involves unity. This involves setting aside differences. This involves working together from one city to another and bringing it all together to one big, hey, lawmakers, don't do this, but here, maybe you should do this. And by proposing reasonable solutions and reasonable changes to our law that will strengthen our law and make it better for everyone involved, including people who don't use cannabis, that's what matters. If we're going to make a difference, we need to do it the Ohio way. And that involves Ohio voters having a say so. We cannot allow them to just change the law and ram it down our throats and tell us take it or leave it without a fight. And that's why I'm here every Friday for the next several weeks and whoever knows months until they pass something or not. And all we need to do is keep them from passing this at the end of the June. June is the end of the session. So we need to make enough noise and get enough people fired up to say no to these changes by June, before June, maybe next week, maybe next month. They may try to push us around 420 just to throw it in our face because they know that 420 is a big day for us. So they might just attack us on 420 by passing some crazy laws right before 420. This is why the town hall in Cincinnati is on 412. So if we make it through the month of April without this being passed, then we'll have another town hall in May and another one in June to make sure that we hit home this message that this legislation is not in the will of the people of Ohio who voted to legalize it, who voted to regulate it like alcohol. Mind you, all over the state, they're allowing people to drink alcohol in public, walking up and down the street, but will not allow us to consume cannabis in public. Cannabis smells and alcohol smells too. How about that? Alcohol is not odor free. It don't smell good, do it? You like the smell of alcohol? I don't, especially on somebody's breath. So you tell me in the comments, do you think it's fair that they're going to allow people to drink alcohol in public, everywhere and anywhere, in the city, out of the city, in the woods and whatnot, but they want you to smoke cannabis in your house or on your porch only? You can't smoke it in your car. You can't smoke it in your RV. You can't smoke it on your boat. You can't smoke it nowhere but your porch. Imagine that being the law, because it ain't the law right now. You smoke where you want to smoke, okay? You go ahead and roll that on up. You go ahead and pack that bowl, stuff that cone, drop that dab, and let's roll up, Ohio. Together, we'll show them that we got a better solution that will make everybody a winner. Some of the things I think should change in the law. We absolutely need to have employment protections. We absolutely need to have housing protections. We need to have an understanding that landlords and property owners can agree on. We need their input too. And we need employment protection that makes sense. Okay. There needs to be child care protections. There needs to be a program where people can get lock boxes to lock their medicine up because kids get into shit. And this is a fact. And kids take stuff they ain't supposed to be taking. This is a fact. So just like we secure our guns and hopefully our alcohol, which you can just go in a store and pick up off a shelf, and a kid can just walk up to a bottle in the store and alcohol and just grab it. There ain't no control over it. Ain't no locks on it. We're more likely to put a lock on deodorant at Dollar General before we put a lock on some weed or some alcohol. We're going to put a lock on the Dollar General deodorant. But a kid can walk up in a cooler at a corner store, at a gas station, anywhere, and stick a beer up under their coat and walk out with it. You tell me how that makes any sense whatsoever. And for the hemp, we need an age limit. We need to define who can sell hemp and who cannot. Because right now it's anybody. And it should not be that way. People should have credentials to sell this stuff. Not just sheets. I like sheets. But I don't need to buy my weed at Sheets, though. I don't need to buy gummies at Sheets, though. And if DoorDash want to deliver weed, let them deliver it from my dispensary or my local hemp store, but not from themselves, from their Dash Mart. Where's that stuff coming from? Who's checking over that? How do I make sure a kid can't order it on DoorDash? Porch pickup. You understand what I'm saying? So we need reasonable amendments. We need to make sure that we strengthen the part about expungements. There is no real part about that. We need that. People need to be out of jail who are still in jail right now for weed crimes. Need to be released and pardoned by the governor. Now, today, Monday. We need to take out of the 36% social equity fund several millions of dollars to create a statewide and state-funded expungement program that's open to anyone who meets the criteria, no matter what they look like, what they believe in, what their political beliefs are, what their religious beliefs are, or what they believe in, or their sexual orientation, or any of that shit. Everybody deserves a second chance and sometimes a third chance to live their life and become successful. We owe people that, especially people who have been impacted on this bogus war on quote unquote drugs, when we should have been fighting the war on opiates. The war on opiates, this thing zoomed in on me like on its own. This AI stuff, man. I'm telling you, it will just zoom in on its own. uh, so it's interesting how these lawmakers think, because they're ignoring things that they want to care about the children. Wow, what about all these things they are making that are attractive to kids that aren't even related to cannabis? What are they saying about these things? Nothing. Nothing. They're more interested in attacking an industry and a culture and a community that's been here for millennia than deal with these things that they need to deal with in some of these situations, especially when it comes to protecting kids. My dog says she's ready to come in right now. So, again, I thank all of y'all for being here. I want y'all to do a big favor right now and smash that like button again if you didn't already. And make sure you share the video with at least one friend or family member. And I thank all of you for being on my stream day. And if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, email me at info@ohiocannabislive.com and we'll work something out. And I'll see y'all at the town hall meeting, and I'll see you on the next stream. Thank all of y'all for being here. Stay medicated, my friends. Make sure you support, subscribe to the channel.